right, Coco, it's such a pleasure to have you here on Up Close. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me. Yi, I love your name.
Thank you.
Yi. Yes.
Thank you so much. Well, you know, Coco, this has been a big year for you. May 31st, you just released your newest album. It's called Illuminate. And you did it in Taiwan, where you pretty much started your career.
Yes.
Tell me, I mean, you've been very prolific in your career. It's been over 24 releases.
Yes.
How is this one different?
Oh, I gotta say, I really experienced a lot more things in my life now, and there's a reason why it's called Illuminate, because I feel that everyone needs that light. You know, that light, it's that light that sort of gives you hope in life, and you have that dream, and it's a positive energy. And for me, I feel these few years I have grown up the most. I really have. You know, I got married in these 4 years. I spent more time with my family, and I got to travel, which is something I really needed, because being in the industry for so many years, sometimes you get jaded, and then you sort of feel numb to the music that you're making, and you lose inspiration. And so I wanted to recharge. I wanted to travel around the world. I wanted to see different cultures and, you know, listen to different type of music. So I went to Europe. I went to, I mean, everywhere, pretty much everywhere.
Did you have to find inspiration again? I mean, it sounds very reflective and very philosophical.
Yeah, I wanted to find that new me, you know. I wanted to find the new me in music, rediscover myself. And so by going to all these places, I felt like, wow, I've absorbed so much new elements. And looking at different, you know, architectural stuff, or, you know, beautiful buildings, beautiful artwork, food, and just the people around just gives me all these ideas. And when I go to places, I always take pictures of things, because it could be just, you know, this mannequin with this clothes that maybe there's something about the way they dress the mannequin, like, oh, this is really cool, which will inspire me on my costumes. Or it could be like a certain sound that I heard in Vienna, that I recorded it and I wanted to put it in my album. So I have all these different elements that I absorb. I felt like I was a sponge. Wherever I go, I was learning, absorbing, and picking up new things, and then I wanted to put all that into my album. And plus, I really grew up as a person. You know, I felt so much love in my life. You know, I got married, I have a wonderful husband.
So that really influenced this album.
Yes, absolutely. So this album is really the California sunshine girl, right? I came in with shorts and like braids on my head, and then
attitude.
Yeah, it was just very different. This album was very different, and I would be singing a ballad that's very commercial, but I'll change it up and make it like ad libs and ribs here and there, and that's why they used to compare me to Mariah Carey. And of course, to me, that's a huge compliment, because Mariah Carey is the biggest selling female artist in the world, and she's a wonderful vocalist. And I idolize her, and so to be compared to her was like, oh my God, are you serious? No way, not even close. But I love her. But anyway, I was different. I was very different from all the other female singers. But you know, to go back to that question you asked me before, I think another thing that's very different in this album is my tone is very different.
How is it different?
I used a lot more, instead of so focused on technique, which I felt back then I was always trying to prove that I was a good singer. Because people are more focused on my image, you know, or on her looks, or Coco's body. And I wanted to let people know I'm a singer, I'm an artist. And so I was more focused on the techniques. But this time I was more focused on emotions. So I would say this album is my most emotional one, most real and raw, but yet very happy.
Because you're very happy right now.
Absolutely.
Reflective of your current life.
I would say so,
yeah. It's been a huge year for you. You have this new album. You also have a new, you're judge on the China show. It's Chinese Idol. It's the Chinese version of Pop Idol and American Idol.
American Idol.
I mean, it's the first time that you've been a judge, yes?
Yes.
How's that been? Tell me about that experience.
You know, first of all, I'm a huge fan of American Idol. I've been watching it for all these years, and this is, you know, a world-renowned show that's proven to have discovered many superstars of today. And so I remember I used to watch the show, and I'll be at home critiquing those singers, like, no, this person went off on that note, or like, oh no, that's a wrong song choice. And I'm thinking, dude, I should be doing this. I really love doing it. And then, so when Dragon TV, Shanghai TV asked me to participate and be a judge, actually I was the first one they thought of. Without even hesitating, I said absolutely. And there's another reason is because I myself, I came out from a singing contest.
Right.
It was like the New Talent Surge, which was the biggest singing contest in Hong Kong. And because I had a dream, it was just because I love to sing. And I wanted a platform to let people know that I can sing. And to fulfill my goal, I guess, is to, to perform on the stage. And so now when I see these contestants, I can feel their emotions. I know what they're going through. I can relate to them. And I want to use my experience and my knowledge on music and stage performance to help them enhance their performance. I really want to help them achieve the goal of being a successful artist.
How do you think you can help? Judges always have, on the television show, they have some sort of personality or quirk to them.
Yeah.
What do you feel like? What role do you fill?
Well, first of all, they have a little title for me called 宝贝姐, like, because I call everybody baby. Like, hey, 宝贝. There's a reason, because,
You're trying to nurture them.
Well, no, what happened is when they come into a preliminary round, it's really nerve-wracking to be singing in front of all four of us. We're sitting there, it's intimidating, it really is. And for that contestant to stand in front of us to perform, like super, super nervous. So I want to calm their nerves by saying, sweetheart, or, my darling, my baby, just trying to use these words to comfort them, to make them feel more at home, at ease. And because of that, they call me Miss Baby, because I call everybody baby.
All right. Well, when we come back, we're going to hear more from one of Asia's top recording artists, Coco Lee. Stay tuned. Back to Up Close, where I'm speaking with one of Asia's top recording artists, Coco Lee. Coco, we were talking about your role with Chinese Idol.
Yes.
And how you're trying to help these new, the people with a dream.
Yeah.
Once you had a dream. That was back in 1993.
Yes. Yes.
When did you first discover your voice?
Both of my sisters, my older sisters, they're excellent singers. And I've always been that little baby sister that idolized my sister. Whatever they do, I'm like cheering them on. And I'm really shy. I'm actually a very shy person. So I always loved music and I love to sing, but I would hide in the bathroom to sing. I would listen to radio.
You're singing in the shower.
Yeah, singing in the shower. Because in the shower, the acoustic is the best, right? And I would listen to a lot of Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Michael Jackson, George Michael, a lot of these, 80s type of artists, and they really influenced me. And I think I really felt I can sing was age of 16. What happened was in my school, there was a music class, which I didn't take, but that teacher was going to do a music history concert. And he heard from my friend that I can sing really well. So he invited me to sing the modern part. It's like, all right. So the song that I was going to do was Whitney Houston's Run to You. And I remember going on stage, and, I'm in San Francisco. There's, lots of, different types of ethnicities. And I remember some of the classmates started laughing when I'm going on stage. Who's this Chinese girl going to go sing? Come on now, right? And then I started singing, and everyone became really quiet. And after I finished singing Whitney Houston's Run to You, I got African Americans, classmates standing up, Mexicans. Everybody was standing up, clapping for me. And then I remember after it was done, I was walking in the hallway. All these classmates were saying, "Oh my God, Coco, if you come out with an album, I would definitely buy it." Everyone was saying you should be a singer, you would be huge. And that was really the first time I thought, wow, maybe this is what I was supposed to do.
So fast forward to 1993, and you talked about it earlier, the Hong Kong, the New Talent competition.
Yes.
That must have taken a lot of confidence to say, okay, I'm going to go enter myself into this competition.
Yeah. You know, so what happened was from high school, and it always stayed with me that I really love music. I love to perform. And it was right after high school graduation. Both of my sisters were already in Hong Kong, and it was really a trip to go see them. And so there was this contest. I'm like, you know what? Let me try my luck. And I entered.
And you never had formal voice training before that? It was just singing in the shower, singing at home?
I never had any voice training. It's because I never thought I would be a singer. Not even when I was
young. You were going
young.
to be a doctor.
I wanted to be a doctor, yes, absolutely. And so when I entered, it was really like, just try my luck, but I really love to sing. I want to see how far I can go. And, you know, just never imagined I would be the final three. And then from 30,000 people that joined, I was the final three. And I won, I was first runner-up. I was second place. And honestly, I felt like it was enough. For me, it felt like I won already because I never imagined I would go that far. I just wanted an opportunity to prove to people that I can sing. I'm a little chubby girl who can sing, and that was it. That's all I care about. And so to be able to stand on that stage and felt so comfortable, it really showed me my path. When I was on that stage, not even for 1 second was I nervous. And that's when
Yes.
That's
no
when
stage
I felt,
fright at all.
That time, no.
I was gonna say, have you ever had stage fright?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But for some strange reason, on that time, it's because probably I practiced so much, and I really came prepared. Like I was practicing for that competition, and I knew my material really well. I was very confident, and when I felt so comfortable up there, not even a little bit nervous, that's when I felt, this is where I belong. I really belong on stage. But to answer your question, have I felt super like stage fright? Oh yeah, lots of times, especially. Let me tell you, the most not freaked out, but really nervous was probably the Oscars.
Yes, tell me about it. You're the only Asian who's ever performed at the Oscars.
Chinese pop artist.
Okay.
Yeah, pop. And I tell you, that time I was the first Chinese pop artist to perform at the Oscar, and I would never forget when I was on that platform. We started on the platform, and there's a huge screen blocking me, and so there's commercial break, and the next part is going to be me. I was like shaking.
And it's live.
Oh my God, it's live! You're going to have over 1 billion people watching the show. You know, I grew up watching the Academy Awards, but never imagined one day it would actually be on the other side. I'll be performing on it. And what happened was I was shaking so hard, my heart was beating so fast, and I felt my blood was rushing up to my head. I thought my head was gonna pop. And so, and the music started playing. I told myself, I was talking to myself, I said, you gotta calm down. This stage belongs to you right now. The moment that screen opens, the whole world's gonna see you. You're the first Chinese to perform on here. I don't care if you're gonna win or lose tonight. You better be the best performer tonight.
So this is how you psyched yourself up. This is how you were saying these things to yourself.
Yes, I was telling myself, you better not let Chinese people look bad on that stage. You better sound good. So like the moment that screen went up, I was like, and I was singing, and then I saw like Tom Hanks. Hello. I saw like Steven Spielberg, Brad Pitt.
You were singing to them.
Yeah, felt that at that moment, the stage was mine. All of you are watching me. This is my stage. And I was really confident. I was in the zone. I see your eyes, for I know it's away, but you stay. And then, so the music ends, you know, they're clapping, I'm looking. Tom Hanks! Steven Spielberg! Brad Pitt! I was so like nervous at that moment. It's like waking up from a dream, you know? And then like walking off the stage, but really, really nervous at that moment. And then I saw my sister. She was the first person I saw. And she was, you know, teary. She was crying. And then she felt so proud. At that moment, she was really, really proud. Yeah.
I'm sure everybody was very proud of you, your whole family, everybody who's been part of your career. I mean, Chinese people are very proud of you for that moment.
It was really a really unforgettable moment, like a dream. It really still feels like a dream. You know, to this day, I don't want to see the playback. I have not watched the video.
You're kidding. Do you watch your videos? Do you watch your concerts?
I always do because I critique myself and I try to improve on my flaws. That's the only one I don't want to watch because I feel like it would ruin my memory of it. Because I will start to critique what I did wrong here and there, and I won't be able to enjoy what I remember. So right now, it's still my perspective is from the stage.
Okay, Coco, the next time you sing at the Oscars, then you can watch this one from 2001.
Oh, I hope so. I would love to have another opportunity.
Coco Lee spreading the joy through her music. We'll come back after the short break. Stay tuned. And welcome back to Up Close, Coco. You've definitely had a very diverse experience. You were born in Hong Kong, raised in San Francisco in the United States, and then you've been living the last couple of decades in Asia, in Hong Kong, Taiwan, like Greater China. What do you think this background brings to your music? How are you different from the other female Asian pop stars?
I feel like I'm a dichotomy of the East and West. It really is. And the great thing is, you know, growing up in the States, it helps me to have creativity in my music and to keep an open mind, to accept new things, new challenges. And but the great thing about the Eastern culture is with my work ethic and my principle as being a person is, you know, family is very important to me. Work ethic, being respectful to people, being professional at your job, working hard. I think all that is from the Eastern side of me. And I think my mother is a great role model. She's a tough cookie, but she's been through a lot of hardship in her life to bring us up, you know, because we're a single parent family. And, my mom worked really, really hard to raise us. And she always taught us to persevere, you know, during tough times. Never give up, but always work hard. Always work hard and don't depend on other people. Depend on yourself. And you can achieve anything as long as you work hard and you put your mind to it. You have to put in the time, you know. And so, like for me, still to this day, I practice singing, I practice dancing. It never stops.
It's been hard work.
Oh, it's always been hard work. Life is not easy. I think for all those people who are successful, it's not because, you know, it's fallen from the sky. It's really because they put in the hard work. They worked really hard. You know, they prepare for the job and, you know, do their homework and put in the time. And I always believe in that. Always work hard. Yes. Very focused on my work.
You've had some amazing collaborations with some incredible singers. You know, Michael Jackson, Julio Iglesias, will.i.am. You're doing a lot of concerts with will.i.am now these days.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun with Black Eyed Peas, will.i.am. That was just super, super fun. We did a concert about a year and a half ago in Beijing, who really to encourage that exchange program where the people from the West come to China to learn about the Chinese culture. And for me, collaborating with Western acts is always a great experience because I can learn from them. You know, because the way they perform on stage is very different from, you know, the Chinese perform on stage. And so every single time is a learning experience. But I have to particularly thank Julio Iglesias. Before I thank him, I want to say one more thing is Michael Jackson. Being able to meet Michael Jackson, seriously, to this day, is my biggest, greatest moment in meeting any star because I love Michael Jackson since I was a child and he's such a great inspiration. And he always spreads the word of love. He really is truly a person who believes in love and sharing love because this world needs love and it makes it a better place.
What was he like?
He's super shy. He's really shy. He's very timid. He's quiet. He's a quiet guy. But I loved it when he met me and he said, "Oh, you know, I love your name, Coco. Coco. I love your name." And I was like, "Oh my God, Michael Jackson loves my name." and actually to become friends with him and go to Neverland and, hanging out and really, he's such an enthusiastic person. He's never jaded. And I learned that from him too, to never be jaded in what you do. And, he took us to his house, and then he brought us to his giant theater, and he was playing Thriller, the remix. And I was like, and he was dancing and showing us, like, I was like, oh my God, he's so adorable. And this is like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, okay? And he's just full of enthusiasm and just so much energy and passion for his work. And so I learned that from him as well.
Coco, everyone wants to hear about your marriage with Bruce.
Yeah.
Tell me, what sort of man gets Coco Lee to marry him?
What sort of man gets Coco Lee? I got a perfect answer for you. Bruce Rockowitz.
What's he like?
He's a very, very humorous guy. He's very funny. He's very charming. And he's a very confident type of guy. But what I love about him is his soul. He's a very kind person. He's always very generous. And, we donate to a lot of organizations, to charities. We're always doing lots of charity work. And he's really, really a super, super great guy who's very handsome. And so I'm very blessed that, he's very supportive of whatever I love to do. And, a lot of my performances, my concerts, he's always there to support me. And
he was there for the release of this last album.
Yeah, that was a surprise. It was a total surprise. And he knew how important it is to me. He knew how much work I put into this album. He's seen so many nights where I stay up, just, going through every single lyric. And, because the process of making an album is not easy. And not every single artist is that hands-on. And for me, when I do music, it is an extension of me. It is every single part has to come from me. And so with the lyrics, the story has to be mine. And then with the arrangement, because I have all these, I have an idea of how I want to arrange this music. And, what's the idea, what's the story, what's the theme. And so I'm so grateful for all the producers who's given me the freedom to express myself through my music. But my husband, he's super supportive, and he's seen all the work I put into this album. So he wanted to be there to support me. And yeah, I'm very blessed. And we are honestly each other's best friend. And we're each other's pillar. And a lot of time, I feel in a relationship, you got to communicate. And that's what we always do. We communicate with each other. And, I would give him advice, and he would give me advice. And we're each other's best listener.
Sounds absolutely wonderful. Sounds like a perfect match. So you've accomplished so much, Coco. You're still very young. What's next for you? What's the next challenge? You seem like somebody who, you said hard work. You like hard work. You like challenges. What's next for you? What's
next for me? I want to keep doing music for sure. And I've always said I want to do music until nobody wants to hear me sing anymore. Until I have nobody.
You'll be singing forever.
I hope so. I just love music. I feel like with music, there's so much more I want to express. And so many different types of music that I want to express through. And I just feel like in work, I feel like the door just opened for me. And that, now I'm doing, I'm as a Chinese idol judge, and with all these young people, I feel like there's something that I can help develop as an artist. So maybe not necessarily doing, on stage stuff, but maybe more behind the scene. So a lot of things are happening, or even clothing line and lots of things, lots of exciting things. But I definitely don't want to stop working. Yeah.
Coco, it's been such a pleasure to have you and to talk to you. It's been so much fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you to our viewers at home for tuning in. We'll see you next weekend on Up Close. Bye for now.
已经降临了，带走了孤寂的沉闷。我朝你狂奔，哦，好深刻。你是否都还记得当初多认真，相信着，可那真。